The Hawaiian Comedian presents. I've been doing comedy for over 23 years. And I've been on the road. I've been in different cities. I've been different things like that.
We're here to talk about everything, man. The topics you talk about with your friends, your family, questions you got for us. Twitty in the city.
Aloha.
I don't know how many times I'm going to tell this man, I am sorry, but we'll talk about that in a second.
No. We can talk about that right now.
My gosh.
We can talk about that right now.
Would you let me at least get through the whole hello?
Sure.
I'm Twitty. That's THC. This is Twitty in the city.
I
appreciate. Wow, he is salty. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button. We appreciate you. We get to your comments. We're actually going to get to a question today. Hopefully, if this,
oh no, we'll get to it.
I don't know because you seem
all
like
the time in the world. Got all the time in the world. We'll get to it.
THC. I am sorry.
Okay.
You know what? This is actually a good representation of how much I trust you in time. I'm not even going to try to be too apologetic.
Okay. I see now. So you're going to turn this into something else. You're going to take it for, okay. No. I want to see you flip this coin, please.
Okay. So studio time. We had a time. THC messaged me confirming to be there.
Yes, I did.
So I'll put it out there. We recorded it. Studio time was at 3 p.m. And it was at 4 p.m. So we usually get here 15 minutes early. Mm-hmm. He put, hey, just confirming me at 2:45.
I'm always at least 15 minutes early.
Right, as am I. I grazed over the 2 and just went straight to the 45. And I said, yes, you can do math. So he was here an hour early. And I apologized, but he's mad. But I'm going to say that should show how much trust that I have, that I was just confirming you were making sure we were going to get here at our usual 15, that I didn't even think to look at the hour. I just looked at the minutes.
Mm-hmm. Which I don't even know how you got to the minutes without seeing the hour.
Because I 100% knew.
You just went straight over the hour.
You're a detailed individual. So I was like, he knows.
Are you. You are detailed.
Right.
You can't tell me you're not. That's why it just blows my mind that you actually skipped the number. That was the most, like the number was first.
It blew my mind.
Before you could even see 45, you had to see 2.
It blew my mind that you had the wrong hour.
That's why I was texting you to confirm it. I was texting you to make sure. And when I did, you confirmed back, and you was like, yep, 2:45. It was like, 2:45, yep, good to go. I'm like, okay, good to go, 2:45.
I will say at 2:45, he texted me. He said, where are you at?
Man.
I thought I had the time wrong. And then I had to go back and look at the calendar, and I was like, bro, our session's not till 4.
Man, we have good people that work here at SB Studios, man. We do. Sean, Roberto,
they're awesome,
Johnny,
man.
They're awesome. And they up in here, and I feel like I'm intruding. Because they looked at me.
You was a whole hour early.
They looked at me like, why are you here right now? Like,
I just wanted to hang out.
Yeah, they had other people that were doing that, and I was like, man, okay, this man said 2:45.
I am sorry. It won't happen again.
It's all right, I'm here.
I'm been here.
We good.
Did you at least leave to go get some food or something?
Nope.
You just sat.
Yep. On the couch.
But you know what?
Felt like a homeless guy at somebody's work. Because they didn't want to address me because they was like, yeah.
It's not your time
I don't know
yet.
I don't know why he's here so early. Like, did he want to talk to you? He was Johnny. Johnny just kept his back to me. He was like, I don't know. I hope you don't ask me nothing. I was just sitting there like a homeless dude.
How many games of chess did you get in with your cousin?
3. 3.
There you go.
My cousin beat me twice, and I beat him once.
I allowed you to get some chess time, see? I just wanted you to get some good quality time with your cousin.
And I lost twice.
You got stronger from it.
All right, we here. We're ready. We rolling.
I'm sorry.
Feeling good.
I will look at the whole text next time. I take fault, but that also just goes to show.
Saying you had to skip 2 to get to 45.
Hey, it's just a testament. This man is always on it. I was like, he's just confirming what time we're going to meet up. Always 15. I ain't got to worry about that hour. Now I will be checking. So, THC, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'll try not to let it happen again.
Well, next time you confirm it, I'm gonna hit you back with another text. Are you sure?
That
245.
And you know what? I ain't even gonna be mad if you do, because I'll remember. I'll be like, you know what? Why is he doing that? Well, you know what, Twitty, you slipped up.
Yep.
So we got Mark in Oklahoma. Thank you, by the way, Mark. Okay, click the link if you ever want to ask us a question. Mark is doing it right. Also,
yeah, and put your city and put your
who else
state.
did it right? Somebody else that I forgot. But yeah, Mark in Oklahoma. Let us know where you're from. We don't need an address.
Right.
You can even do like Mark. We know the city. Just give me the state.
Let us know.
Let us know where you from. Where we're getting into your living room, office, bathroom, toilet. I don't know where you watching this at. Wherever you at, we like it. Mark wants to know. Twitty, THC. Appreciate you guys. Questioning me and my guys have of, would you date or have you date or married someone with a relative's name?
Like how close of a relative?
He didn't specify.
Like none of them can have any of my sister's names.
Right. So let's go. We'll go down the list of how far you would go. So I think we both agree. Mom, no.
Definitely.
I dated a girl that was a Debbie, and she spelled it different.
That's awkward.
But I didn't marry her. All right, so no mom.
No moms.
Can't do grandma. I don't think I can.
Nope.
Even though, because my grandma.
I can't do siblings, sisters. Nope.
I can't do certain cousins. I couldn't do cousins.
Nope.
Easily, especially my 7 to 8 cousins that I grew up with, like at grandma's house, took whoopings for, had to go out get our own switch. Can't do those. I mean,
how would that have been though? That'd have been awkward, huh? You just sat down. Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? I'm blah blah blah. Okay, have a good day. Just get up and walk up.
Right. Yeah, but yeah, I can't. So I can't go that far down the line.
Nope, I can't.
Definitely can't do. Could you do like, because we all had these, like your god aunt, god uncle, well, god aunt. I don't think I could do any non-related, but they were family, you know? Biologically, that's not my cousin. That ain't my Aunt Sharon, but
that's hard.
I can't date nobody that's Sharon, because that's I think of her as an auntie.
I have cousins that have that have the same names. Like they
What
have,
do you mean?
Like their spouses or their boyfriends and girlfriends and stuff, like they have the same names as us.
Oh.
And it's just kind of weird.
I can't.
Yeah,
there's just a line. I just can't. Like
it's weird, especially if you got to meet them. I don't know, Mark. I mean, you let me know, Mark. Like, I mean, is this was a discussion you guys? I mean, it would just be too close. I mean, sometimes it's even close if you're trying to date a girl and it's got the same name as somebody that's like your best friend. It's like it's the name of. It's his sister, you know, and you're like, okay, well, you can't.
Yeah, so siblings of a close friend.
Yeah.
That cuts it off, too. It's also, too, to me, in my line of dating, there wasn't many people I encountered when I was like, oh, I date them, and they just happen to have that. Like, it's a long list of names that you're saying no to, but I feel like it was very rare you ran into that name.
No, see, like when you said,
at least for me growing up,
it could have been no moms. It could have been no moms. So in my me growing up and all that stuff, like there was never a girl that I was interested in that her name was Kathy. That's my mom's name,
right?
And it wasn't the Catherine. It was just Kathy. My mom was Kathy. Kathy with a K.
Could you have done a Catherine, or is that so? There's that line of. Too close, because Kathy could be short for Catherine.
Correct. Especially if Catherine, prefers to be called Kathy.
Right.
Yeah, that's I couldn't. So none of my girlfriends ever in my life, none of them was ever named Kathy.
I never would have either, but
I couldn't have a Kathy, a Natalie, or a Leslie.
What about middle? Like my mom's middle name was Marie. So for me, I don't think I couldn't have pulled off a Mary or a Marie or a May.
See, like, my sister's middle name is Marie. My older sister's middle name is Marie.
Could you have done that if somebody would have been Marie?
Nope.
So like I said,
and it's hard because I'm Polynesian, so like we usually have 4 names each. We do. I'm serious. Like
I know that. Yeah.
My full name is Sean Milo Kamakanikili Aloha Peabody. My older sister is Leslie Marie Ho'ohi'i Kanani Opuna Wise.
Right.
Then my younger sister is Natalie Michelle Lehua Nani Ukalani Noziska.
Yeah, that's a lot of names to cross off.
But I mean, there's Natalie Michelle and there's Leslie Marie.
Yeah.
So those are 4 names that are done.
Done.
Yeah.
Yeah, whereas to me it was
There's no Michelles, there's no Natalie's, there's no
Nope.
Leslie's, there's
can't.
no Marie's. Nope.
Can't do that.
Which was funny because growing up in the 70s and 80s, like growing up, like
That's a common name.
there was a group called Donnie and Marie. And like my mom used to make fun because my older sister, her middle name was Marie.
Yeah.
And they used to call me Shawnee. So they'd be like, yeah, that's Shawnee and Marie because it was me and my older sister. But I was like, I hated it. I hated the word Shawnee.
I also feel like if you're gonna date somebody that's got a mom or a sister's name, that's also a setup for that person.
What do you mean, setup?
So, to me, if I would have actually married somebody that was my mom's name,
Okay.
that's a setup for that person of like, this is like, my mom is Debbie. So to me, I feel like that other Debbie would have had to come in and been that Debbie.
Gotcha.
Like if you would have married somebody that was your sister, they would have been like, oh, well, if she's got my name, then she better be acting like me. Like that person would have been done for.
Like right now, I kind of want to talk to Mark. I want to be like, Mark, where are you guys having these discussions where you guys are actually having these things? Like, what do you think they're in like Mark's garage?
I bet they're out somewhere. Or you know what? I bet you there's that one
It's
friend.
Oklahoma.
I bet you there's that one friend that just keeps happening to
I
date
got
people
you.
that's in their circle. And they're probably like, bro, how could you? And he's like, but she's all this and that. And it's like,
And you're
Man.
talking Oklahoma too, so it might not
Right.
be that many people wherever Mark's from. But
I don't know. It's
Mark, are you guys sitting in the garage? Are you at the house? Are you just standing in the back drinking beer? And you guys just came up with this question? I'd like to know where Mark.
I feel like
Because Mark, if it was,
guessing.
I think it was one of Mark's friends that asked this question. I'd be like, Mark, watch your sisters. One of your friends likes your sister.
Oh,
You see what I'm saying? That's what I would tell Mark.
Got
I'd be
you.
like, who brought up this question?
you think somebody in Mark's circle is trying to?
Bruh, you know dudes in your circle. Every dude knows dudes in their circle. We all know how each one is and who each one is. You just do. And you know when somebody brings up that question, it's like, why you asking us? You know, they could be like, well, how close you got to be related to date somebody with the same name?
Right.
It's like, well, hold up. For what? Why? Mark, you need to turn around and ask your group. What is the intention of
Just
this?
get straight to the point.
Straight to it.
Who you trying to date in this circle? Dog?
Correct. Let us know now.
Yeah. Did you have any friends that you would have approved of to date your sisters? Or did you like me and luckily, yeah, knock on wood, none of my super close friends had sisters, or I had one friend that had a sister, but she was 8 years older than us. Like she was never going to be in our leagues. But we never had that situation, but we always said like, I love you to death, dog, but you ain't going to be in the family like that.
I put it to you like this. And this is something I ain't never told. This ain't something I ain't never told my sisters.
This is a tough one.
This is something I never told my sisters, but I always knew who wasn't because they always kept him from me.
Oh, so your sisters kept certain because they liked you.
Well, because they knew I wouldn't.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So they were like, when you
Yeah,
say
you knew
what
it
I
was a
approve,
no-no.
what I approve of, I was very, and I still am to this day. I'm very protective of my sisters, very protective.
Yeah.
And they knew that. And they knew that if their brother wasn't going to approve, I would never meet them. I would never shake their hand. They knew that. I would see some of the dudes, but they would always keep them at afar. It was only the ones that I met up close that was like, nah, I want to meet your brother.
You knew the ones you just see them walking down the street. It's like, hey, P, who's that?
All the way to when my sisters was getting married. There was a gentleman that was going to marry my sister, and when he came up, he asked me for my sister's hand in marriage. He was like, hey, I just want your approval. And I'm like, first of all, my dad's not dead. You need to go talk to my father. This is his daughter. I am just her brother. Yes, I am just as protective as my father, but if my father is still here, you need to go talk to my father.
Because if he says no, there ain't no counter.
There's no counter.
I'm not talking to my dad and be like,
if my father says no, I stand behind my father.
Right.
Yeah.
What if Pops would have said yes, but you didn't approve?
He would ask me why.
Fair enough.
He would ask me why. He would always, and before he even gave an approval, I would have to go in the office with my dad. My dad, and what I mean by that is that we could have a family function anywhere, but if there was something that he wanted to talk to me on and we would find a little spot and we go over there and we talk. And he would do that. And he would ask me, "What do you think of what do you think of him?" And I'd tell him honest, because I ain't gonna lie to my dad. I'm telling him straight up.
Yeah, no.
And if I say I don't like him, my dad stamp approval. If you don't like him, I don't like him. If your flag is up, my flag is up.
Well, yeah, you can't be having that awkward drama of, well,
which was like, I knew, like, I didn't have no problem with this guy, and I appreciated him asking me. Because I kind of like, hey, yeah, how protective I am of my sisters. Like,
right.
you know this. And he came to me like, oh, I got to ask Sean. And it's like, no, you got to ask my dad. And it's my dad that's going to control me.
Right.
If my dad says it's okay, and if I have any objections, I'm going to give him my objections. And if he still wants to override, he can, because he's my dad. He's my dad. So he can do that. But he's never had to override me. He's always trusted my judgment.
Yeah.
And
I wonder why that guy came to you knowing. To me, unless Pops was dead.
No, I mean, Pops and Moms, they got divorced. Once I joined the military, my mom and dad's divorced. So when my younger sister went with my mother, and they were living together when she was getting married, my dad really wasn't in the picture. He was living down in Southern California, and my mom was in Northern California.
Okay, gotcha.
So they never really got to see. But any dude that was dating my sisters, when they were dating them, when they would ask, I'm like, look, my dad's not dead. If that means you need to get in your car and drive down to where my dad lives and go get his permission, then the gas station, yep, right here, go fill up and hit it.
I'll give you directions.
Yep.
He'll be waiting on you.
It was easy. Take the 5. Go all the way down. Take the 5.
It ain't hard.
Yep.
Hit this exit number, take a right. You can't
even if it meant that they had to get in my car, and I would take them down there and be like, nope, Pops, he want to talk to you. Yep. I go. But it was always like that. But yeah, Mark, you need to talk to your friends. And you need to find out. You need to be like, hey, why are you? Who brought this question up in our group?
I feel like too that friend has to know it's a no.
Yeah.
There's that friend. There's that friend that asks, and it's that friend that just like it's gonna be a no, dog.
Man,
like no disrespect, but it's gonna be a no.
There's somebody though.
They always think.
There's always one. There's always one though, man.
But you got to be a realist with yourself.
It was kind of like the TV show. What is it? That '70s show. Everybody knew who Kelso was.
Oh yeah.
Everybody know. You can't be surprised when next thing you know he's sitting there dating your sister.
Fair.
So it's like you can't be surprised. But I mean that's how I was with my sisters. I was if they thought that they wasn't gonna get my approval, I never met them.
I mean that's smart.
They always kept them away from me.
That's smart. That's how my cousin was. She knew, especially her dad, who was my uncle. If you made it through him, you really got approval. You got like my uncle Vincent.
But like now it's like
he had that look of like, I remember one time I had never met this guy and she brought him to the cookout. And I just, your uncle, he's sitting there smiling and joking with you.
Oh yeah.
And then you think you said something wrong because he's got that death stare.
Right.
Like we were facing like this and he had his drink and he's like, oh yeah, nephew, you stupid. Like, yeah, but no, you a good athlete.
A good what?
He was trying to say good athlete, but because he saw my cousin with a dude, he stopped. And I thought, because my back was turned, the look he gave me, I thought I said something wrong.
Right.
And then he just leans. And he's like, is that your cousin? And I look back. I'm like, yeah. And he's like, and who's that? I don't know, Unc. You sure? I'm positive. I didn't tell her to bring him. So there's more than one. No. I'm starting to get in trouble.
Yeah, and sometimes like there's been times like at my family functions like my nieces from my sister, like my nieces those are pretty much my daughters, Jasmine and Jewel and Joy, like those are my daughters. Those are my and then we go to my baby sister's side, like she's got all of my nieces on that side and then my nephew and when I think about all of them dating now and getting married now, like my niece Jules, she just got married to Kyoki, to a guy named Kyoki. Well, we call him Kyoki because his name is George, but great dude. But he knows, like, and now when he married my niece and he came into the family, now it's more like it used to be. We looked at him like, you better watch your step.
Right.
and you better take care of my niece, right? If not, this family, it will rain. But now he is part of that family now. So now he's in that family to where now if anybody got a problem with him, now you got a problem with the whole family.
Yeah, you ain't talking about him like that.
Correct. So, but I mean, now there's some times where you ever had to check your friends? Like, okay, I got older. Some of my friends that I knew from high school, they got older, but we still was clicking. We was all family. Everybody was at the barbecue. My nieces show up. My niece Jasmine, she's a very pretty girl. You know, she's half black, half Hawaiian. Like she's very pretty. But she comes to the party.
Oh,
she comes to the party.
No.
She comes.
I ain't never. I know where this is going. I ain't never had to fact check nobody like that.
She comes to the party and she's walking through like this, and one of my boys but he ain't never met her before. So when he sees her, he's like, "Ooh, ooh," and I'm like, "What you wooing for?" Like we at the barbecue. What's cracking? And he's like, "Who? I don't know who that is." And then she comes running over and she kisses me on the cheek and she's like, "Hi, Uncle." Mwah. Now, as soon as she did that, I didn't have to say shit to him. I didn't have to say nothing. I just had that look. I had that look straight to his face.
But again, as you got to know, as the bro, the cookout ain't nobody safe.
But I ain't never. But see, that's the thing though. Is that at that point, I didn't want to. I looked at him and he was like, "Who? Hello, Uncle." That's what she said. Yeah, that's Jasmine. You know, and they're like, "What? Whoa!" Like, I remember Jasmine when she was younger. Yeah, she grown now. Look the other way. What's wrong with you?
See, nah.
What's wrong with you?
Eric, that's the rule, bro. The cookout. If you come into the cookout as the friend,
he didn't proceed to still keep trying to hit on her or nothing. But
still,
first,
though, you don't.
Yeah.
I don't care who look good.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Nobody.
Oh yeah.
Nobody looks good to just start whistling.
But you know what's funny though is that anybody can pass around the compliments to mom though. Mom, they be like, "Ooh, you look good."
Everybody know mom. You know what? That is funny though. You can crack jokes with your friends about their mom.
Yeah.
But yeah, let it be somebody.
Yeah.
Anybody else.
Yeah.
You can kind of get away with auntie.
Mm-hmm.
But
auntie, anybody auntie you can get away with.
Yeah.
There's
grandma.
There's a freaky
mom,
auntie at every single barbecue.
Auntie, but
you're like, "Oh, auntie, you looking good." She's like, "For real, sugar, look at this."
Yeah. You start getting to that is crazy though. You hit the cousin and lower, then that's fighting. But yeah,
it's fighting.
Mom,
and for some reason, it's like it's a compliment on this side. But it's time to go to war on this side. It's like, but it's funny to try to find that line, that thin line.
Wow, that is crazy, bro. It is though.
Yeah.
Because I think about it, my friends would always talk about my mom.
Yeah.
They were like, "Dog, Miss Twitty though."
But mom would tell you to calm down when you say, "Be like, hey man, don't talk about my shut up. She's just paying me some.
Yes.
She's giving me a compliment.
So
Go ahead.
Defensive.
You think you like this?" And be like, "Mom, stop."
So defensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bro, that just blew my mind. I'm thinking about every cookout.
Oh.
Wait
till your next cookout.
I might not go.
Yo, you gotta go.
I'm gonna have this different minds. No, it's not gonna be right, because even if they whistle at my grandma, I'll probably get my ass beat.
Probably won't be about the moms.
Nah.
Man, but that's crazy though.
Knock on wood, my buddies know, dog. If we raise them, basically, if they don't look like they could be your parent, you can't whistle.
Right.
If they look like they're our age or younger,
you can't?
No.
Okay.
Like a perfect example, your buddy should have known
Well, that's what I'm saying. If she didn't look like she was like 18, 19, like she was in her 20s. She
looks
young.
obviously younger than you.
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah,
of course. 100%.
You don't
like
whistle.
I'm an old man compared to any of my nieces and nephews.
But you don't whistle because you at the cookout, because you don't know who.
Well, I mean, he didn't like whistle. He just he never recognized her, so he did that. Ooh,
you still can't do that.
Who is that?
Yeah, you still can't do that.
Who is that at the thing? And I just like, who are you talking about?
Yeah, you can't do that.
And when she came by, she, hi, Uncle.
No.
Oh, that's Uncle. Yeah.
How you do that is, what he should have did was pointed and said, "Who is that?" And if it would have been like, "Oh, that's such and so."
Oh yeah, no, he was in the wrong because he knew what barbecue he was at.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
100% he was in the wrong.
Yeah.
That whole night I watched him.
Yeah.
All night. Every time he turned around, boom. Whoa, what's up, Sean? What's up, man?
Yeah.
What you doing?
Yeah, you just wooed
What you
my
doing?
niece in front of my face.
I'm just getting the hamburgers. And he turned around the other way. Bam, I'm right there. What's cracking? Where you going?
That's when you got to know. If you got a friend cookout, you ask first.
Yep.
Because if Sean would have been like, oh, that's such and so.
Yep.
That's such and so's, that's my mom's friends, whoever.
Yep.
It's like, okay, that's not family.
You know, that was one of the things that happened the other day. It was like somebody was asking me about somebody else, like with my friends and stuff like that. Like, you know, I have like Sarah. Sarah's one of our friends. I had somebody come up and ask about her. Like, I just came out the blue and was like, hey, do you know, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like looking at him, and I for some reason, my defense mode kicked in again because I was like, these are my folks and stuff. Because I was like, I don't know you. Like, I have no idea who you are, and you just had my friend's name come out of your mouth. Like, I'm gonna approach you the way, because when they came up, hey, you know this, but it's like, hold up, wait a minute, who is you? Like, how are you just gonna walk up here and ask that question?
Right,
like, how am I supposed to know who you are?
You sounded kind of confident when you said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, your friend, he slipped up. You should have known. That's a rule. I'm surprised he didn't get kicked out.
He did, because he's a family friend for a long time. Been there. You know the one that's always like, everybody's like, nah, just, stay away from them. You got to watch him. Just watch him.
Got you. Okay.
But he don't never cause no damage. He don't never cause no harm. He just, his eyes sometimes look where they're not supposed to be looking at.
He need to know better though. He got to.
I 100%.
Because he's been going to these cookouts for it's
100%.
It's like being in school. You know 2 + 2 is 4. It ain't gonna change.
And when he said it though, he didn't say it like he was going like try. He was just like, ooh, like who is that?
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't like he was.
It was enough to let you know.
I believe he knew it was a chance that all of these people here was related to me. I knew that. I knew he knew that. He was like, there's a strong chance.
That was his way of testing the water.
Everybody here is going to be related to Sean.
That was his way of testing the water.
Yes.
That was his high.
Yes.
He's that Mr. Ooh. That's the way of his saying, who's that?
But for me to have to not say nothing, that's how much of an impact I am, and that's how protective I am about the ladies that are in my life. I am very protective like that, especially my nieces, my nephews, my sisters, my moms. Like my mama used to tell me, she was like, hey, if somebody ever slapped my right cheek, I would give them my left cheek. That's what I would do, Sean. And I was like, if somebody ever slapped your right cheek, best believe I'm punching both of their left and right cheeks.
Oh, it's over.
It's done. You don't put your hands on my mom, period.
It's over.
Yeah.
Nah, you don't do that. So, Mark, check your friends. Had to talk.
Yeah, Mark.
Yeah. Ask and literally just ask them up front. Don't even be like, hey, so I was
Don't even let him say you. Don't even watch this. Don't even watch this podcast with him. Do this on your own. I want you to watch this on your own so you can come back to him and be like, hey, why was we asking how close we wanted to be towards each other?
Right.
Somebody in there got an
Or
agenda.
if you got a cookout, pull a THC. Start watching them. See where his eyes go.
There's a special place, and there's a special place at any barbecue that you can sit at. And I found that out from my uncle, because my uncle used to sit in the same place at every barbecue that he was at. He was always in that same area, and he was like, I can see forward, I can see sideways. I ain't really worried about this area because there's the fence, so ain't nobody coming this way. But he was the uncle that would sit at the bench but sit sideways.
Yep.
So that his legs was this way, and the bench was like that.
So got to get up.
His feet, his food was to the side, and he would look, but he could see everybody that was at the party, whether they was on this side of the house or whether they was on this side of the house.
There's some unwritten rules, dog, about when you get that title. Because that's the saying. It wasn't no older cousin. It was the uncle.
Yep.
It was something about that one uncle. You had the uncle that cooked. But same way, the grill was set up to see, because if that uncle that was on the bench got up, that uncle had to get up.
Yep.
It's like they all had their spot.
Yep. All right, whoever was manning the grill was like the DJ of the party.
Yes.
Like the setup was in front of everybody. When they was grilling,
Can look anywhere.
And they usually, I thought it was because my uncle did that because he was counting how many people he was going to have to throw on. He was going to be like, okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Like, I'm going to have to throw on this many hamburgers. I'm going to have to throw on this many hot dogs.
That's one of the reasons, but nah, I had that line of sight.
That was the main reason, I think, was the line of sight. But I think they really was counting because my uncle would sit there and be like, hold up, no, I counted before I made. Why do I have to throw on 3 more burgers? Who showed up after I already made my count?
Yep. And when they leave that post, there is no coming back.
Especially if they go, I got 4 hot dogs left. How come we missing people?
Yep. Who didn't show up?
Or who just slipped away that I did count?
Yep. And then they pissed at you at the next reunion and be like, you decided to show up this time, huh, Sean?
So I was there. Yeah. I had a hot
Now
dog
you were.
waiting.
I had a hot dog waiting
for you, but you didn't show up for that one.
That extra crispy one with the little slit. Yeah, you didn't eat that. I know you didn't. They always got a good memory. All right, Mark, ask your friends. Also, get in the comments. You got questions you want us to answer? Let us know. Please, name, where you from, city,
Especially
or
where you're
state.
from. You don't even have to say, like, you can give an address or nothing. If you want to just give the state, that's fine.
Yeah.
But, I mean, just say your city. Represent your city. If you don't wanna-
Represent.
So, send a shout out to your city. And please, like, subscribe, comment, anything, please. It helps us out. We like all this feedback that we're getting from you guys, so we want to send it back out again.
Yeah. Till next time, or maybe you're about to hit next to the next one.
Right.
Twitty. That's THC. It's Twitty in the city.
Aloha.